All right, I'm making this video so we can review once again how to do a Lewis dot diagram for any type of a covalent compound. There are some steps you can take to do this, and if you practice, it becomes secondhand. All right, the first step is to calculate how many valence electrons the compound has. So you're looking at this entire thing. I know that carbon has 4 valence electrons, and I know that hydrogen has 1 valence electrons and that there are 4 of them, so that would be 4. This is going to equal 8. If each element reached its octet rule, carbon would have 8 valence electrons, and hydrogen would only have 2. It's an exception to that octet rule. There are 4 hydrogens, so I'm going to say 2 times 4, and that will equal 8. So total are 16 valence electrons. All right. To figure out, this is what I have to work with. To figure out how many electrons I need to share in total, I'm going to take 16 minus that 8, and it's going to give me 8. And I know that 2 electrons equals 1 bond, so I will have 4 bonds here. And then my unshared electrons will be what's ever left over. So the 8 from the 8. So 8 minus 8 would equal 0. So I'm going to have no unshared electrons. So that tells me that I'm going to have 4 bonds. So I'm going to put my my carbon in the middle. I'm going to attach a hydrogen to each of those. And if I look at this and verify, I have no unshared electrons. Every element, hydrogen meets its octet rule, and carbon also meets its octet rule. So they have hydrogen, each hydrogen has 2 electrons, and carbon has 8. So this is done. The next one, let's just look at this again more simply. If we said, for example, that the number of valence electrons for nitrogen would be 5, and each hydrogen has 1, so 3, would be 8. All right. If I were to just go ahead and try to draw this out, I can just say, okay, there's 3 hydrogens, so I'm going to assume that there's 3 bonds. I know that hydrogen only has 2, so this is what I'm going to write down. But if I look at this, I'm missing something, right? I'm missing 2 things. I'm missing the fact that 1, I haven't used all my electrons, and 2, nitrogen is not meeting the octet rule unless I put 2 valence electrons right up there. So I have to add those 2 valence electrons. Now if I count up, I could say, all righty, I have 2, 4, 6, 8. I can say that I have 8 electrons, and that checks off with that. Good job. All right, in this next one, it's water. So again, I'm going to say I've got each hydrogen has 1, and there's 2 of them, so 2. And oxygen is 6, so it gives me a total of 8 electrons. If they meet the octet rule, I'm going to have 4 plus 8, which is equal to 12. Whoops. And if I subtract 8 from 12, I'll have 4 electrons that will be shared, which equals 2 bonds. And if I were to take 8 minus 4, I'll see that I have 4 unshared electrons. So once again, I'm going to put my oxygen in the middle. I've got 2 bonds, so I'm going to start by just doing that and put an H on each side. And I can again see that my hydrogens have met their octet rule, but oxygen does not. So I have to make sure I put those 4 unshared valence electrons around it. So when I go back and review this, I can see that oxygen has 8 valence electrons, and each hydrogen also has 2. My total number of valence electrons has not exceeded my starting number, which would be 8. 2, 4, 6, 8. Done. All right, this is an example of how this process is very helpful, because when I'm looking at something like, oops, I'm in the wrong color. When I'm looking at something like carbon dioxide, CO2, and then right below it I have carbon monoxide, or CO, it'll give you a clue as to how to best draw these diagrams. So again, each carbon has 4. Oxygen, there's 2 of them, has 6. So 12 and 4 equals 16. 16 electrons. If each were to meet its octet rule, I'd say 8 plus 16, or 24 electrons. If I subtract 24 from 16, I'm going to come up with 8. So this is my shared electrons. This means I need 4 bonds. Okay. And to figure out how many unshared electrons I'm going to have, I'll take 16 minus 8, and that will give me 8 unshared electrons. So, all right, so let's draw this out. So now it's telling me I have 4 bonds, and I have oxygen on each side. So I'm going to say 2 and 2. And now it says I have 8 unshared electrons. Well, I can look at this diagram and see that carbon has met its octet rule. So I don't need to put any of my unshared electrons there. But I do need to put some unshared electrons around oxygen. So I can see that I have 2, 4, this will be 6, this will be 8, 2, 4, 6, and 8. All right, and that's telling me that I have 8 valence electrons that are unshared, 4 bonds, everything meets the octet rule. That is done. Last one is carbon monoxide. Again, I'm going to say 4 plus 6 is 10 electrons. And if they met the octet rule, I'd say they would have 16 electrons, 8 plus 8. So that's going to leave me with 6 shared electrons, or 3 bonds. And again, if I were to subtract 6 from 10, I would have 4 unshared electrons. So how would I draw this? So I've got 2 elements, carbon and oxygen. It's got 3 bonds. That's the only thing I can do there. And if I look at this, I can see that each of these elements has 6, 2, 4, 6 electrons, but they don't have their octet rule. So that's where those unshared electrons would come in, and I would have 4 of them. So I'm going to put 2, whoops, I'm going to use this black pen, 2 here and 2 here. And when I do that, that will then show me that carbon has 8 and oxygen also has 8. And I've met my octet rules for each of those elements without exceeding my total of 10 electrons, right? So I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. That's it.